Well, good morning to all. Only two students have joined the session, so let's wait for 2 to 5 minutes, then we'll start. Thank you. Good morning to all. Am I audible? Thank you. Fine. So let's get started with the session. First of all, let's summarize the previous session summary. So I want somebody to unmute yourself, and I just want you to know that what you understand regarding the traits. So, what do you mean by the traits, please? I want somebody to unmute yourself and respond. Speak in your language. I don't want exit definition. I need understanding. So, what do you mean by traits? What do you mean by traits? Why we are using traits? Asha, unmute yourself and tell me what do you mean by traits? Asha,
Yes, sir.
what do you mean by traits, please?
Sir, traits means static methods.
Static methods. How? Okay, go
Sir,
on. Go on.
we we can use methods in independent classes and different classes.
Okay. I request Dev to unmute yourself. Dev Booth, please tell me what do you mean by traits and why we are using Dev. Dev. Dharmendra, please unmute yourself and tell me.
Sir, to inherit multiple classes, we use traits.
Okay. Basically, traits is nothing but it's a class. Okay. And that has to be implement the multiple inheritance. It can be defined both static members and static methods. Thank you, Rudvik. Fine. Uh, After the traits, we had gone through that data abstraction, right? So, what do you mean by the data abstraction first? It's any representation of the data in which the implementation part is basically hidden, right? And definitely, if we are using abstract class, then at least that class must have at least one abstract method, right? Now, what exactly the abstract method? In abstract method, it is declared but not implemented, right? And that cannot be instantiated. Okay. What basically abstract class contain? What basically abstract class can contain? It contains the abstract methods, non-abstract methods, as well as the constructor. Okay. Now, when we are implementing the data abstraction, what we need to consider in our mind, right? As far as concern of the child class, definitely when a child class is inherited from the abstract class, the child class must define within the same name. It redeclares the present abstract methods. That class must be defined with the same or less restricted access modifier. Okay, and the number of argument must be the same. Fine. After that, we had gone through that example of that prefix, name prefix example. Okay. After that, we had gone through the SPL autoload register. What do you mean by the SPL autoload register? Why we are using that? Tell me. Why we are using SPL autoload register? Basically, it provides a more flexible or alternative way for auto loading the classes. Okay. So we had gone through that example also. Like we do have three PHP files, the class 1.php, in which we had defined one class, right? If you remember, then there are two properties we had defined, like a font color and font text. Okay. And we had used them constructor also. In constructor, we had passed arguments, all right? And the statements of that functions would be we are calling or a particular object, a member, okay, by using this object. And we had a function also like a print message, all right, in which we are printing the same font color as well as font text. Okay. After that, we do have second PHP file class2.php, which has basically a font size and the font text. Rest would be the same as it is the class 1. After that, there is one file autoload.php, in which we had used autoload SPL autoload register function. We are passing an argument as a function with class. Okay, so we include, by using include function, we had included those two files, class1 dot and 2.php, and by creating an object of that particular class 1 and 2 by directly passing arguments like a font color red and text abc or awt whatever, and then size and then text, right? And the output would be the same. Okay, I mean the text will be displayed in red color, text will be displayed with the size of the font, right? So that's what the outline of a previous session. Okay, I mean summary of a previous session. So let me share my screen with you. Just hold on. Today we are going to cover two things. Okay, very first one, that is object cloning, and the other one, which is polymorphism. Fine. So let's get started with the object cloning first. Basically, the cloning used to create a copy of object. Right. I'm repeating one more time. Why we are using? That is used to create a copy of an object by using clone keyword. Right. So when object is cloned, right, PHP 5 and later on will perform a shadow copy. It's a mistake, sorry. It's a shadow copy. It's a shadow copy of all object properties, right? And then any properties that are references to that variable will remain the references. Right. So basically, it provides a special methods underscore underscore clone to copy an object. Okay. Fine. If a function method, all right, this is also known as the magic methods, all right, clone. So the newly created object's clone method will be called. Fine. So to allow the any necessary properties that need to be changed. So let's get with the example of this. So you will have idea. Okay. So for example, we are taking two members or properties, right, x and y, and public function constructor construct, and passing the same argument x and y, $x and y, right, $this x is equals to $x $y. The one function. Okay. Now I'm taking function clone. Okay, and dollar this x is equals to, so for example the value is z. Okay, value is z. Now I'm taking one object a of that particular class 1. Class 1. I'm giving argument like this is AWT subject and semester 7. Okay, now what I'll do, I'll take another B equals to clone $A. Okay, we have created one function clone x to z. We have created one object. By using that I'm going to call that class. Okay, after that I'm taking clone. Fine. Now we know the variable dump. Okay, and $A echo retro and $B. So let's execute this now. Okay, hold on, something is wrong. Just hold on, guys. Let me check it from my end. Yeah, it's a silly mistake. Sorry. Yeah, take a look on this. The first one was AWT. All right. Then semester 7. Fine. Now take a look on this. If you are cloning, all right, that would be displayed Z and then semester 7. Okay, so that's what the expected output. Fine. Am I clear to all? Are you able to understand what should be the output basically? Previously AWT and 7th semester was there while using X, but we have clone. All right, create a copy of object and value X would be Z, so Z and semester 7 would be displayed. Take a look on this. Different two outputs. Different outputs. Done? Clear? So I want you to execute this very fast. Very less students have joined the session. Very less. Once you're done with this code, please respond in chat box. Fine. So moving to next. Look, this is one of the magic methods also. Till now, we had gone through 4 magic methods. Which one? Getter, setter, constructor, destructor, and clone. So few more are there. The PHP reserves all function names starts with the underscore underscore as known as the magical methods. Okay. So apart from that, there are few magical methods are there. Call static. In the call, it is triggered when invoking all inaccessible methods in object context. Call static triggered when uh, invoking accessible methods in static construct. Getter and setters we had gone through. Is set, right? It's triggered is set or empty when inaccessible properties are there, right? In this slides, a normal syntax is also given. Okay, so unset, invoke unset, that is used to inaccessible properties. Sleep, wake up, to string, invoke, set state, right? So these are the list of the magic methods. Okay. Moving to next, a polymorphism. Right. Definitely, if you are going to separate the or split the words, it has a meaning. The poly means many and morph means forms. All right. So basically, a polymorphism is kind of a class that varying a functionality while sharing the common interface. So two types of the polymorphism are there basically. A very first one, compile time, which is known as the function overloading. And the runtime, which is known as the function overriding. Okay, so what is the meaning of the function overloading and function overriding, first of all? Okay, so a same method name with a different signature. Since PHP doesn't support this method overloading concept, so that's why if you want to achieve this, you can achieve by using magic methods call, underscore underscore call. So that would be a Viva question, as well as once we're done with this, I'm coming to the point on regarding the discussion of mid-semester exams. Okay. So kindly, what I'm speaking right now, you need to note it down. Okay. The next one, method overriding. What do you mean by the method overriding? With the same methods defining parents and child class with the same signature, which is known as the overriding. So that's what the example we need to execute. So just hold on and let me execute this. Okay. So for example, if you are taking interface shape, okay, which has public function, say for example, PLC task. Interface. Okay. Next, interface circle implements shape 1. Okay. Now, so for example, private radius. public function underscore underscore construct argument pass would be radius. What actually the statement is, radius is equals to dollar radius. Second one, public function Kelsey task, which was defined earlier, right? This function has statement like dollar this radius multiply by dollar this radius multiplied by pi function, right? So pi r square dollar this radius and pi, so pi r square, right? So that's what the one circle, sorry, it's my mistake, it should be the class, my mistake, sorry, right? We had used one shape class as an interface and one class circle, and we are going to implement the shape and Kelsey task is over here. Now let's choose another class like class rectangle implements shape 1. Okay, which has private width, private height, which has constructor. Both argument we are passing over here, width as well as height, and this function, okay, and dollar this width is equals to dollar width height is equals to dollar height. One more function we are taking, public function Kelsey task, okay, and return dollar this width and dollar this height and width. Now outside of the class we are taking objects. So for example, first is my circle class new circle, argument passing 3 as a radius, okay. My rectangle new rectangle class height and width and height 3 and 4, Okay. Equal area of the circle let my circle object, and I'm calling the function Kelsey task. Right, wrong. Okay, so my using circle I'm calling the Kelsey task of that area of rectangle, right? And the second would be my rect. Kelsey my task. Okay, let's execute this. Probably here won't get the error. It's error. Something is wrong. Typing mistake would be there. Definitely a typing mistake would be there. Okay, interface shape one, public function. Yeah, this is
Line
Galax.
number
This is
16.
Kelsey task.
Kel
Sorry.
Kelsta's method name.
Yeah, Kelsey also there. Okay. Yeah, this is also Kel's task one more time. This is a Kelsey task. Yeah, probably won't get error now. Yeah. Oh, something is wrong. Hold on. Argument doesn't pass. GHT radius. Just hold on. Let me do it. Line number 30. Two semicolons. Yeah. Thank you. Still getting error. There is a minor mistake only. Syntax error is there. Just hold on for a moment. Let me check it from my end. take a look on this. The area of circle is this by value using 3, and the area of rectangle 4 and 3, right? So I want you to execute. Let me give you the code in chat box. Kindly execute this code by your end. Let me know whether it is working or not. Once you're done with this, please respond. Fine. So this is the end of unit number 1. We had completed the unit number 1, all right, with full of demonstration of each and every topic. Okay, and I don't know whether has a student has executed from their end or not, because the many of the students are working with me. I know that 10 to 15 students, but rest of the others I don't know about that. But at least 15 to 20 students are working with me in a demonstration. Fine. So let me tell you about the mid-semester syllabus. I think the mid-semester schedule just arrived yesterday. All right. I think did you receive also? If I'm not wrong, did you receive the schedule of mid-semester 2? Okay, not officially. Fine. Do you know the dates? Or else let me give you the dates of mid-semester examination. Hold on. Let me give you the dates. Starting from the 17th of April, first paper is MC, then AI, then AWT on 20th August, then 21st DMIR, and 23rd AP or Python programming, Android programming and Python programming, right? So the mid-semester syllabus for the AWT would be unit number 1 and unit number 2, right? We do have 15 days and we do have 6 lectures, right? From Monday, definitely we are able to complete the unit number 2 also within time. Okay, so let me tell you the outline of the unit number 2 would be the web scraper, okay, and the regular expression. This is the only 2 topics are there, okay, and definitely for those 2 topics I want each and everyone to kindly bring your laptop, okay. So if you have any doubt, you can ask regarding the mid-semester exam instruction or anything. Just hold on. I do, dear student, actually it is not yet announced what exactly, right? So I'm also in that dilemma whether it has to be online or offline or both, right? So for that you can ask your class counselor. Who is your class counselor? I guess Manali ma'am is your class counselor, if I'm not wrong. So just ask once to her that what exam mode will be. Okay. If you have any doubt regarding the mid-semester examinations, you can raise.